Hello, group. Welcome to Action Rock Corner. I'm your host, Richard May. Today, Renegade Leathers, Sippy Time with Renegade Leathers. Probably the most pure rock and roll band that has been formed in recent years. Yeah, everyone's a punk band nowadays. You can be action rock and high energy, but you're a punk too, and everybody's punk. It's been formed in the last couple decades. And Renegade Leathers do describe themselves as punk. Yeah, I'm not disagreeing. But I don't hear any punk. All the attitude's punk. The lyric attitude is punk. But it's more akin to what I was listening to in the mid to late 70s, early 80s, middle America, Midwest America, upper Midwest America, Canada, and just no accent, just pure rock and roll. Wasn't thrash, it wasn't speed metal, it was just rock and roll. And that's not shade. That is a compliment. I like rock and roll. I call this rock and roll. The attitude in lyrics is not particularly, it could be kind of country rock, or is that particularly punkish? It can't be called a punk attitude, absolutely. And of course, you see the young lady and she has her tats. Everybody's got tats nowadays, except for me. But this is the most pure. So if you're watching right now and you go, God, another punk. This is not punk. If you're looking for a punk band that does not sound like a punk band, Renegade Leathers. Okay? Talk about sex. Well, what's their own marketing say? Booze, sex, the devil. That's the gods from Columbus, Ohio. That's not necessarily, punkish or heavy metal, it's just rock and roll. And there's nothing wrong with rock and roll. I probably will list this as action rock, high energy rock, because otherwise all I got is rock and punk. In Portland, Oregon. This is the second band in a few days that I reviewed from Portland, Oregon. By coincidence. Didn't come from the same references that I look for bands. No. Not even close. So, the songs are your basic rock and roll band material without going to love songs. No love songs here. No. No ballads. It's just rock and roll. maybe a touch of twang here and there instrumentally, and maybe a bit of country music themes, but not country music. Okay? Booze and, the bull being put out to pasture, party bus. That's what it's about. The literal bull being put out to pasture. The song I saved for later listening is Cry Wolf. Your basic werewolf song. A little bit late for Halloween. Just slightly late for Halloween. Just after, this was not released until just after Halloween. Darn. Perfect for Halloween through. Cry Wolf. Legend of the, in parentheses, Legend of the Rukanu Rogogaru. Right. Rogaru. So that's a nice werewolf song. I love that song. I saved it. And the songs are basically good time songs, with one exception. Because, I'm your friend, I'm your consumer reporter. Why am I getting if I invest my 28 minutes in 10 songs? The Renegade Leathers. I reviewed this a few months ago. Renegade Leathers in a blind box. Also a nice little record. Of course, all here on YouTube. Oh, I didn't spit it out. At the time I'm taping, this is only available on Spotify and YouTube. Apparently there's no physical of this yet. Okay? For those of you looking for physical, bless your heart. So it's hard to find. I had to get help to print out the cover, because it was only on YouTube that I found it. I didn't read that it was on Spotify until I started doing homework. So, as I digressed, I was about to tell you about, there's one song that's a little bit of a bummer. Okay? And the song after that song is a Dirty Mirror, the Therapy song. It isn't that bad. It's fine. But the song Deviled Legs, it doesn't give it away. Why would that be a bummer song? Deviled Legs. Sounds like fun. I won't give away the plot. It's a little bit of a story song. But it doesn't have a happy ending. Kind of leave it at that. It doesn't have... It's a story song with an unhappy ending. Okay? Maybe the story continued a bit past that, but they chose to end the song at this part of the story. Fine. Not a happy ending. So, you know me, I like happy endings. I like fun songs. You give me an unhappy ending, that's not fun. I want fun. Fun. Sing about your drinking habits. Just turn that bottle over and pour it right in my mouth. Yeah, go ahead, buddy. Sure, I'll watch. I've done that. I don't drink. Never have. But I closed down a few bars in my day. Believe me, my friends weren't happy with me. It was in the days where we respected people who did not drink in a bar. It wasn't that time of life. All right? I was resented for being stone cold sober in a bar at 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't drink. I hate drinking. I hate the taste of it. And I don't particularly like the effect either. That's me. I'll listen to you sing about getting drunk and your misadventures, and I'll hang out with you. Sure. But personally, I'm an observer, a reporter, if you will. I'll tell you what you did when you sober up. I'm just going to watch. Maybe save you from yourself if I really have to. Okay? But I'm an observer by trade. So, so there's one bummer song. The other song that sounds like it's going to be a bummer, yeah, you can float along. And then pay attention to the lyrics closely, and it's fine. So the other 9 songs, just good old rock and roll. See You in Hell, Choppers, Sippy Time, the title track as such. Get your booze out. Mrs. Hyde, as in Jekyll and Hyde. Baby's Got Bloodlust. Party Bus, putting the bull out to pasture. And Super Soon, whatever. It's kind of fun. A fun 28 minutes, minus a couple of minutes for Devil Lakes. A bummer conclusion to the song. Don't like bummer conclusions to songs. And that's all I got. It's a fun rock and roll record. You may find more than one song in your taste to love and keep for your YouTube likes. And you may like the entire record like I did. I love the song Devil Lakes. Until the end of the story. It was a bummer. And I'm not going to go into it. For once. You like this video? Give it a like. Subscribe to Action Rock Corner. Ring the notification bell. And listen. Exclusively on YouTube and Spotify to Sippy Time with the Renegade Leathers. And come back. And what do you think of it? And the unhappy ending at Devil Legs, it's art. It's art. It reflects reality. And I'm all for reflecting reality and, art. Sure, be art. It just rings a rung bell for me. Because I'm not going to go into it. You can find it for yourself if you care. And latest in action rock, garage rock, punk, psychobilly, rockabilly, and classic and legacy bands. Come back here to Action Rock Corner. We'll have it for you. And remember, fresh music is as important as fresh food. Keeps you regular. And have fun with your music. This is fun, except for about 10 seconds. Other than 10 seconds. When you get to the end of Deviled Legs, it's not fun anymore. But basically, fun record. Alright? 10 seconds, they had to be artists and reflect reality. She's doing reporting of the reality. And that's fair and fine. It's art. And it's reporting in its own right. And that's okay. I'm saying up front, this is what I go into an album looking for. I'm looking for fun. And something's not fun. And I'm trying to give you fun records to listen to. And it is a fun record, but like I said, 10 seconds. That 10 seconds, skip. You know. Go to the next song. Even the song called the therapy song, Dirty Mirror. Even that's okay if you're not paying close attention to the lyrics. Sometimes I pay close attention to the lyrics on your behalf. Sometimes I skate. And I just go along for the ride, regardless of, what did she say? Oh, okay. You know, whatever they say. Sometimes lyrics are crystal clear. Sometimes they're not. Unfortunately for Deviled Legs, the lyrics are crystal clear. Other songs, not so clear. Pick your pals. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again soon.